Some secrets are kept out of shame, some secrets are kept out of fear, and some secrets, the heaviest kind, are kept out of love. For 60 years, one man carried something inside him that nobody in his life knew about. Not his wife, not his children, not his closest friends. For 60 years he woke up every morning with this thing sitting on his chest, heavy and quiet and completely his alone. Today, for the first time in his 97 years of life, he is going to put it down. My name is Robert Henry Callahan, born 1927, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And what I am about to tell you, I have never spoken out loud to another living person, not once, until today. I need to go back to 1944. I was 17 years old. The war was happening. America was in it completely. Every young man I knew was either already gone or waiting to go. My best friend in the entire world was a boy named Edmund Carter. We called him Eddie. Eddie and I had been friends since we were 6 years old. Grew up on the same street in Pittsburgh, walked to school together every single day for 11 years. Knew each other the way only childhood friends know each other, completely, without performance, without pretending. Eddie was the funniest person I have ever known in 97 years of living. He could make anyone laugh, in any situation, no matter how dark things got. He had a gift for it. In 1944, Eddie and I both turned 17. And we made a decision together. We were going to enlist. We were going to go fight. Together. The way we had done everything together since we were 6 years old. We told our parents on the same evening. We went to the recruitment office on the same morning. We signed our names on the same day. Eddie and I, together, the way it had always been. 3 weeks before we were supposed to ship out, I got sick, nothing dramatic. A chest infection, the kind that today you would treat with medicine and be back on your feet in a week. But in 1944, it was enough. The Army doctor examined me, told me I would not be shipping out with my unit, that I needed to recover fully before they would clear me. I would be delayed, 6 weeks minimum. I remember sitting in that examination room and feeling, not relief, shame. Because Eddie was still going, on schedule, with the unit we had signed up for together, and I was not. I walked to Eddie's house that evening, told him what had happened. He sat with me on his front steps for a long time without saying anything. Then he put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Bobby, you will come over when you are better, and I will be there waiting, and we will finish this thing together, just like everything else." That was the last real conversation I ever had with Eddie Carter. He shipped out 4 days later. Eddie died in France, November 1944. He was 17 years old. I received the news on a Wednesday morning. My mother came into my room where I was still recovering from the chest infection that had kept me home. She sat on the edge of my bed, and I knew from her face before she spoke a single word. I already knew. I did not cry that day. I did not cry for a long time. I think I was too young to understand that what I was feeling was something I would carry for the rest of my life. I shipped out 6 weeks later, just as the doctor had said. I served for 2 years, came home in 1946, came home to a street that had Eddie-shaped holes in it everywhere I looked. His house, still there, his family, still there, his mother who looked at me with the saddest eyes I have ever seen, every single time our paths crossed for the next 30 years. I built a life, married a wonderful woman named Clara, had 4 children, worked hard, tried to be good. But Eddie was always there, sitting quietly in the corner of everything I did, every birthday I reached that he never would, every Christmas morning with my children that he never got to have. Every year I got older, while he stayed 17 forever. Now I need to tell you the secret, the thing I have carried for 60 years, the thing I have never said out loud. 3 days before Eddie shipped out, he came to see me. I was in bed, still sick, still frustrated, Still ashamed that I was not going with him, he sat in the chair beside my bed, and he told me something. He told me he was scared. Eddie Carter, the funniest person I had ever known, the one who could make anyone laugh in any situation, sat in that chair and told me he was terrified. He said, "Bobby, I don't think I'm coming back. I don't know how I know that, but I know it. I feel it like I feel the cold, right through everything." I told him he was being foolish. I told him he was going to be fine. I told him I would be there in 6 weeks and we would finish it together just like everything else. I said all the right things. But here is the secret. When he said those words, when he told me he did not think he was coming back, I believed him. I felt it too. In that same moment, I felt the truth of what he was saying in my chest, deeper than the infection, deeper than anything. And I said nothing. I did not hold him. I did not tell him what he meant to me. I did not say, "Eddie, you are my brother in everything but blood, and this world will be a smaller place without you, and I need you to fight with everything you have, because I cannot imagine a single day of my life without you in it." I said, "You are going to be fine." And 3 days later, he was gone. And 6 weeks later, he was dead. And for 60 years, I have wondered, if I had said the true thing instead of the easy thing, would it have changed something? Would he have fought differently? Would he have been more careful? Would he have held on longer? I know the answer is probably no. War is war. And 17-year-old boys die in it for reasons that have nothing to do with conversations they had before they left. I know that. But knowing something and feeling something are two very different things. And for 60 years, I have felt it. Every single day. I am 97 years old. Clara passed away in 2015. My children are grown with children of their own. I have lived a full and genuinely good life. But there is something about reaching 97 that makes you want to put things down. The heavy things. The things you have been carrying, long past the point where carrying them serves any purpose at all. I have been thinking about Eddie more than ever lately. Maybe because I'm getting closer to wherever it is we go. Maybe because I want to see him again. And when I do, I want to arrive having finally said what I should have said on that last afternoon in my bedroom in Pittsburgh in 1944. So I am going to say it now. Eddie, you were the best friend I ever had. In 97 years of living, I have never known anyone like you. Your laugh. Your ridiculous, perfect laugh. I have been hearing it in my head for 8 decades. You were right that day. You knew, and I knew too. And I should have told you the truth instead of the easy thing. I should have said, "You are the closest thing to a brother I will ever have, and I am going to miss you every single day for the rest of my life." And I did. I did miss you. Every single day. For 80 years. I hope wherever you are. You already knew that. I hope you never needed me to say it because you already felt it. But just in case, now you know. Robert Henry Callahan, 97 years old, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He sat in his chair by the window for a long time after he finished speaking, very still, very quiet. Then he looked up and said, "I think that is the first time in 60 years that I have felt the full weight of my own chest. Not the secret sitting on it, just my chest, just breathing. That is what happens when you finally put something down that you were never meant to carry alone." He paused one more time. Then he looked directly at me and said, "Is there something you have been meaning to say to someone you love? Something true instead of something easy? Say it today, not because it will change the past, but because you deserve to put it down, and so do they." Robert Henry Callahan, 97 years old, still here, still breathing, finally, a little lighter.